Hi everyone, welcome to the introductory OCD workshop video. My name's Sophie Ward. I'm one of the psychological wellbeing practitioners, or PWPs for short, within Health in Mind. And what that basically means is that I'm trained to offer emotional support for people that may be experiencing difficulties such as low mood, stress, or anxiety. And I use self-help cognitive behavioural therapy techniques. And we'll explain a lot more about CBT in the course ahead. Today's video is just a very brief introductory video to welcome you to the course, let you know what to expect, what you've got coming up, and just a little bit about how it all works. So as an overview, the OCD workshop is a 2-session educational online course. And what we mean by educational is that we're not looking to make any changes here. We're not necessarily asking you to do anything as such. What we're doing, or what we're offering, is a space to learn a bit more about OCD. I suppose to encourage you to reflect on your own experiences. So we are asking you to think a little bit more about your OCD, but then to also, I suppose, provide some information about how we would support you with OCD as well. If we've got a good stable base, if we've got a good understanding of what the problem looks like, the different elements of it, and how we're going to go about changing it, we're then in the best possible position, we're in the most stable position in order to move forward and make that change. It's all based on cognitive behavioural therapy techniques, or CBT, and there'll be new course material provided each week. So each week we will offer you a new link for extra information. Now, 2 really key points is that these workshops are for everyone. So they're for anyone experiencing OCD symptoms, but they're also for people struggling with people that they know that have OCD. So friends and family members that may have, so friends and family members who may have people around them that also deal with OCD. It's helpful to know exactly what they're going through and what they need in regards to support when they're putting in change as well. So it can be really helpful to share this with friends and family and what you learn from the course with them, so that they can support you just as much as you can support yourself with this. So what does the course cover? Well, workshop 1 is the longer of the 2. We cover quite a lot of information, quite a lot of reflection asked of yourselves in workshop 1. So we're going to look at what the symptoms are of OCD, really break it down. What's the obsessions? What's the compulsive part? All of the different elements that play into OCD. We're then going to look at different types of OCD as well. It's helpful to think about examples to help us relate to OCD and how it all works. We're then going to look at how OCD is maintained. In order to make a change to something, we need to recognise how it's kept going. With CBT in particular, that's what we're looking at. We can't often stop it being triggered. We can't often, stop life really, and therefore we're not always going to be able to stop something from triggering a certain emotion. So when it comes to CBT, what we're looking at is how is that emotion kept going. For example, with the OCD, if our obsessions come in, if we have an intrusive thought, it can lead us to feel very anxious. But there are different things that we do within that cycle that keep the OCD going. It's not intentional, it's not conscious, but it's things that we've learned along the way that are coping strategies that might be keeping the anxiety going. So we need to understand that cycle. We need to understand those elements in order to make a change to them. If we don't know that, we're kind of searching in the dark for how we make a change. So it's really, really important. So workshop 1 is really, really valuable. Then in workshop 2, we've got that understanding now. We understand what's maintaining it. We need to look at how we change it. So in workshop 2, we're not looking at, I suppose, asking you to do any of these changes, but we're starting to introduce you to the idea of how CBT supports you to make a change. What helps with OCD and what we offer in the OCD Clinic to support you in making a change and being more able to challenge your OCD as it currently is. So as I said before, it's all educational. It's all about giving you some understanding so that you can be in the best possible position to make a change. And these techniques that we will start to introduce you to have worked for thousands and thousands of people. And so I hope it will be helpful for you as well. I hope at this stage, this course is just really valuable for you to learn a bit more about your OCD and your experiences and how it's all playing in together. I also hope it helps you to feel not so alone with what you're experiencing. OCD is really common. It's something that comes up for a lot of people. So I'm hoping that it will give you some support that other people have experienced what you're going through, and other people have been able to support themselves to get better and to change that OCD. So as I say, it's just an introduction, but I hope it's valuable for you. I hope you find it helpful, and I'll look forward to seeing you in workshop 1. Take care.